I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Hey everybody, this is Blackwing, and I am back with Call of Cthulhu. I have entered madness, and just got my nose pushed in some place it didn't really belong, and my nuts kicked in. So let's see what we can do to try and get inside this Warehouse 36. I've already tried the direct approach and the subtle approach. So let's see what we can do about talking to these dudes again. They are not willing to talk to me. Oh, wait.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two souls.
Oh, they have the exact same stuff to talk to me. Let's see if I can lie.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
Well, that was no
If I can't
good.
get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
I've already looked for another way. I broke the freaking puzzle. There's not a way through here as far as I can tell. This is all blocked off. The jetty doesn't go back around to anything I can get to because I don't have a jump button. And I've got a lighter and a crouch, but no jump. Honestly, you'd think that that would be one of the primary things that you would have to do as an investigator, is occasionally jump onto things. Oh, what's this? Hello. Just gonna do that out in broad daylight, am I?
There.
Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, I know that token from Arkham Horror. Cat knows about the theft from stock of liquor. She'll soon find out who it is, and I wouldn't like to be in his shoes.
I've now got proof that goon is stealing from his boss.
Hey.
Hello, old friend.
New key item obtained. Bottle of liquor. I bet it is. Okay. There's that statue of St. Brennan they were talking about being all messed up. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, Brendan kind of got his face knocked off. Huh. He appears to be standing on the back of some hideous sea monster. Perhaps even a,
St. Brendan. Patron saint.
Cthulhuoid creature.
Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Probably Aklo. I still think that you should be able to run faster than this, given that Cthulhu investigators spend a lot of time running from things. Cardio is so important when you're the main character in a Cthulhu mythos story.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Wah, wah, yeah.
Saw you die at
What will Kat say when she finds out that it's you who are filching stock?
You've got no proof.
That's true. Apart from this little note from your friend here.
You didn't throw it away?
I didn't know that someone
Wow.
was going to force the lock.
What So, what is it you want?
To get into the Hawkins warehouse.
That's all. Go on then.
And we never want to see your rat snout again.
Thank goodness. Now I've got myself into the first part of this investigation. For realsies. All this booze laying around cannot be good for someone who is a functional alcoholic. can't even call Pierce a recovering alcoholic because he's not interested in recovering. More slime.
Let's see. Perfect.
All right.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Thank goodness. New objective. Ooh, Cat. Age 24. Gang boss. Boss of a gang of bootleggers which seems to use Darkwater as a hideout. Cat always keeps an eye on her territory. The zone of abandoned warehouses on the docks. I have the impression that all the men on Darkwater fear her. Even Mitchell, the owner of the stranded whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater as the point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, and she's slowly gnawing away at Captain Fitzroy's territory. Okay. St. Brendan. Does the patron saint of whales and whalers still protect the sailors of Darkwater? Visibly, there were other gods before St. Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Huh. There's always a cult. An excellent way to lean on the guy? Sure there is. Oh, I have a character point to spend. Man, not having much in the way of eloquence has bitten me so far. And I can't improve medicine or occult. Honestly, since my investigation is already really good, I think I might improve my psychology. I always forget to freaking validate. Alright, the case. Search the warehouse.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Ooh, a reconstruction. This is like this game's version of Detective Vision, I guess.
What is
Hey,
this
just
picture
improved
of
psychology.
Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What
How
just
nice.
did I imagine? It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Oh gosh, I know how that feels myself.
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
The Little Parisian? New clue memorized. Hawkins Warehouse. Oh, and I got a character point out of that. How nice. Is there anything else around here that my spot hidden can pick up? Ugh. It is even grosser with some light on it. I'm sure Sarah was a very talented artist, but I look at these paintings and all I think is someone had a very bad case of nearsightedness or smeared their glasses a lot right before they started painting. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, we have looked at all of that stuff. In an abandoned warehouse, I found a partly submerged tunnel that leads to the bootlegger's territory. I'm not sure if I was hallucinating, but as I stepped into the deeper into the dark waters, for a moment I felt as if a creature had caught hold of me. Huh. I kind of didn't get that from what was going on, but I guess. I should at least try to get a little bit of talking skill. Clues. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of lice attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, and press cutting. But it's the discovery of a partially charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins Mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Huh. I guess that's all, then.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
Oh, hey.
Yo, don't move.
Detective Pierce.
Huh, it showed me something that I hadn't yet found out. I do not want to threaten the cops. Someone is in... Let's team up. Psychology?
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins Mansion.
Man, the dialogue is definitely stilted enough to be an H.P. Lovecraft story.
There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins Mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Oh, thanks for the lift, Officer Gilman. Because seriously, this guy has the Innsmouth look.
This guy went right under your nose. God damn it.
I am not controlling this at all right now, so this is a cutscene.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Sure thing, Catwoman.
Is it far?
A.K.A. Selena Kyle.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Oh, how ominous!
That's the Hawkins Mansion. Come on.
That
Get
seems
the
like prime
driver.
real estate if you're interested in ominous. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to Hawkins Mansion. Time to enter madness again. Man, up close, it really looks like Cat already widened this dude's smile. Shaky cam. Breathing. Oh, yep, definitely someone in there. I cannot get over how bad the facial textures in this game look for it being a brand new game.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place did not look great before it burnt to the ground.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I did thought the mansion burnt in a
See no
fire.
scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
Spoiler, I'm going to be
Take a
troubling
closer look
Silas.
at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Let's see. You know the place pretty well.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Yeah, ooh, you're not the first to talk about Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bomb? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I've got more things to chat about. Yeah, anything I should be
prefer to
wary of?
prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force
Oh,
in
so we're
nature.
going up against an old man who was super devoted to the family that died, is incredibly fit for his age, and is probably crazy since his charges all died. Yeah, that's not dangerous at all. Place is falling into
You
ruin.
won't get me to believe that it looked any better.
Yeah, didn't I say that?
It's a very
I'm not even a detective.
Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
No, I think I'm finally satisfied. Let's not waste any more time.
And I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Yeah, I probably just doomed Officer Bradley, but... Okay, why are we going down this way? Instead of up straight towards the house. Is there stuff you want me to see down here, game? I'm sure there is. Hey, investigation.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Given that it's the 1920s, not quite as old as it would be now, but yeah, 230 years old? Oh, hey, how nice. Stopping here, are we? Oh, how sad.
Poor kid. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
That was an
I must
awkward
say, it's
transition.
Pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Such a strange final resting
Why were
place.
they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. They mentioned Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Huh. Oh, because you just brought me down here to show me their graves. Now we can go back up to the manor. Game saved. I always love to see that, because it means that something awful is soon to happen.
I'll have to find another entrance.
You don't say. You must be some kind of detective. Yeah, that's not helping at all. There's a light on over at the Frankenstein place. Oh, he's gonna ask me a question.
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick.
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
That is not the voice I was expecting from this guy.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe.
Possibly an ancestor of Sam and Dean Winchester.
I'll show you how we have it out on dark water.
I would really rather not. Yeah, test strength. That's not a very good likelihood. Yeah. Do not defile this place.
Swallowed our tongue, have we?
Oh, it gave me a timer?
Maybe not, but I'll redo your face before I throw you out. So talk, and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
Investigation. You shouldn't really need this
No one
key.
lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do.
Squamous vermin.
I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take
The
key.
terrible old man. Thanks.
Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Now, he's definitely not talking to me. And, oh, the officer showed back up. How nice.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect
Oh my
the-
god, don't act like this was some sort of, like, problem on my part. Enter the mansion.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watching the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire. And we're going to enter madness. How
Follow
nice.
me. I know the place.
That is a lot of dust falling from that ceiling. Oh yeah, character point unearned. I should spend it before we get into more trouble. Okay, I have a feeling that we're going to encounter some strength stuff in this house. I'm like really guessing here, but hey, fart gas coming out of lamp. Ew.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Oh yeah, reconstruction. I do kind of like this mechanic.
What kind of meat is this?
Long pig. Is there... Oh, wait. There we go.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
You don't say. Huh.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Huh.
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else?
Did I have to do those in order?
Something
That's
happened
really
at this
interesting.
table. An argument?
Yeah, the edges of that meat don't look great.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
More fart gas. Hey.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control. But it was
Let's see
already
if I
too
can
late
find
for
something the cops missed.
Given that this is a Cthulhu game, I do have to wonder.
They had a fight.
Smash oil lamp. I do have to wonder how much of this is just detective skill and how much is like psychic visions
Sarah
or something.
Hawkins lose one of her shoes. How?
Huh.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Thanks, Steam. I don't care.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Huh. That's an interesting question. I wish I could make light in this reconstruction, but I understand why.
Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did someone escape the fire?
Huh. I keep wondering if Charles Hawkins is actually still alive.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
Ooh.
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
What do I make of it? I don't want to say that to him. The fire wasn't just an accident.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
The couple had a fight. This is arson or this is a crime of passion. The couple had a fight.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Knock these boards down. That's the only way to be sure. Oh my god, look.
I just asked
A knee-high barricade.
If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Chief West, or Chief Herbert West? Did the Reanimator find a new line of work as an investigator? Hey, look, a rat. Just don't even care. Oh, wait, a book. History of Medicine in the 18th Century. This collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually covers only the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from the continents considered inferior. Well. Authentic 1920s racism.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. The sea
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Oh, hey! Apparently I can't keep that open indefinitely.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
All right. So now I have to investigate the manor.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
I already said that. What other book? Moby Dick, of course.
Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
I mean, just be super stereotypical about it, Hawkins. Though, I'm going to be honest, I don't care if this guy is a Cthulhu cultist. I would happily join whatever cult he's in for this library. Look, you sacrifice to a squeamish fish god, but you get all of this library. Totes worth it.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
For those of you who aren't familiar with Greek mythology, Scylla was a huge sea monster.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
What kind of religious guy do you have to be to secede from those colonies?
book
Like
on
really
hunting
anti-religious,
whales.
or so religious
Gallon
even the
steeple
Puritans don't
diet
want
last
you?
century.
Oh, lovely.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Item obtained. I'm just stealing these rare editions so I can hawk them once I get home. Oh, a crowbar.
A crowbar could prove useful.
Never be without your trusty crowbar. You have any unique insights? Oh, wait.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Same way with my great-grandma. She owned a piano that was never in tune the entire time I knew that old lady.
Did you hear that?
No, but now I'm creeped out, thanks.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Oh, thanks, sure.
Well, not much, to be honest.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I was really hoping I would get something more that time.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Somebody escaped the fire, probably Charles. And he's super guilty about killing his wife and kid. And now I'm going wandering off into this creepy old-ass mansion all by myself. Before I open this door, I think I'm going to take a break here. That's the end of this episode. We will be back next time with more Call of Cthulhu Enter Madness. Until then, I am Blackwing. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.